Hi everyone, this is Venkat Krishna from Chris Software Solutions. In this video we are going to discuss about how to work with the web tables. In each and every web application there will be web tables. So how to work with the web tables, the data in the form of a web table. In the real time, the scenarios like you are going to enter the data into one form and you need to submit it. Once you submit it, the data is going to display in the form of a web table. Data is in the form of a table format, and you need to verify that data whether it is correct or not. Whatever the data you entered and whatever the data is displayed in the table format, both are same or not, you need to validate. That is one of the scenario. And other scenarios like you need to compare the web table data with the Excel sheets. You need to fetch the data from Excel and you need to compare it with the web tables. So those scenarios also will be there. And other scenarios like you need to fetch the data from table format and you need to compare it with the database. So fetch the data from the database and compare it with web tables. So these are all the various scenarios in real time we used to face in any web application. So you need to know how to get the data from a web table. So web table is very important interview question. Without web table interview question, no interview will be there. I am sure about it. So web table compulsorily they will ask you questions like how to get the 5th row and 6th column some data is there, how to fetch it, 10th row or 9th column some data is there, how to fetch it. So these are all the various questions they are going to ask you. You should be in the position to answer. Okay, well, so before going to start practically, let me show you. So this is the code we are going to write now. Here in this code you are going to learn a few of the things, new things. One is new thing is a dynamic XPath you are going to learn from this video. So far we have seen XPaths we have written, and I have done one video for XPath. Please try to follow and try to learn the XPath. That is very important for Selenium. So if at all you come across you could not able to identify any element using XPath, please try to put it into a chat box. I will help you on that. And without web table interview, as I said, no interview will be there without question on web tables. So because each and every application we are going to use the web tables. So new things we are going to learn here is, already we learned how to store the multiple elements into a list in the previous video and by using find elements. And we are going to see in this video nested for loops we are going to use using Java. How nested for loops are going to work we are going to learn here, and dynamic XPath we are going to learn by using this in this process. Okay, so let me try to create a class in Eclipse and we will see here. I am going to create a new class here. Web table example I am creating. Fine, new class is created successfully. These are all the common statements. Just I am copying these common statements from here. I will explain you whatever I am copying from there. See, I copied the Chris software to print Chris software solutions. This statement it is going to use to set the browser, which browser we are going to work. First we need to set the browser exe path. So webdriver.chrome.driver. If at all it is a Firefox, webdriver.gecko.driver will be there. If at all IE, webdriver.ie.driver will be there, and you need to download the exe and you need to provide the path here. Either you can use here two backward slashes or one forward slash you can use in the path. It will allow both, two backward or one forward slash. And we are creating the object for the cron driver, and by using that driver we are launching our application. So I'm changing the application. This is the sample application to practice our Selenium examples and all. Almost all the examples you will get it here. So try to follow this website they have created for the Selenium. So I'm taking this URL. This is the table format we are going to work, and these are all the different columns are there. And how many rows are there? 1 2 3 4 5 rows are there, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 columns are there. I want to fetch all this data from here. How we can do that? See here. First I am changing the URL to that website. Okay, so fine. First step, once application is launched, okay, I want to get the actual data. This is a header. I am not getting the header. actual data. How many rows are there? 1 2 3 4 rows. And how many columns are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 columns are there. Okay, I want to how to fetch the rows and the columns, row count and column count, how to fetch it. That is what I'm going to do first. Get the row count. How we can get it? Observe carefully. I am using the list because it is returning multiple elements for us. Rows is a variable name equal to driver dot find element. I am going to write the XPath here. How we can identify here how many rows are there? Let me try to inspect it. This is our table. See, and everything is selecting. This is our table. First I want to identify this table and see here T head. This is the table header. Okay, most of the tables similar way it will be there. T head means table header, and T body. This is our body. This is the data we are expecting. Okay, how I am going to write the XPath? See here. And tag name is table, ID is table 1. So tag name is table, and at the rate ID equal to table 1. Okay, slash I am giving T body slash TR. How many rows are there? 4 rows are there. See here, selecting or not? Second row, third row, fourth row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. 4 rows are there. Okay, this is the XPath I am going to give there because we need all the rows count. So this is the XPath I am giving here. Okay, and one more thing, do we need to use find element or find elements? So it is returning 4 elements. This XPath is returning 4 elements. If you used find element, it will return only 1 element. So we need to use here find elements. It is going to return multiple elements. 4 rows it is going to return. So we need to use the find elements. So list will be available in Java util. Okay, fine. I need to get the row count now. Just let me try to print the row count. How we can print the size of the list? Rows dot size. Okay, rows dot size will give the size of the list. Similar way, I want to get the my columns count also. How we will get it? See here. How we will get it? See, for example, I am taking all the rows are having columns same, right? All the rows are having columns are same. So I am going to write tr of 1. It means what? First row slash. So each and every row, this is about the data cells. First cell, second cell, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, T row means entire row. This is column wise. First row, first column. First row, second column. First row, third column. First row, fourth column. First row, fifth column. Like this way it will go on. Okay, so I am taking the first row and I am giving TD. Okay, I am giving the TD. How many TDs are there? 1 2 3 4 5, and this is also one more TD is there. 6 TDs are there. Okay, so fine. I want to get the column count now. How to get the column count? This is also similar. You need to take a list, web element. I am giving just my variable name as columns, diver dot find elements by dot XPath. I am giving my XPath here. Fine. How to print the columns count? Just calls dot size. That's it. We are getting the row count and column count successfully. You need to understand here how to work with the list. List is a collection in Java. It is going to store multiple elements. Okay, why we are using list means in the single variable we cannot store multiple elements, so we have taken the list here. Okay, so find elements, because tr is returning 4 elements to you. You cannot store it into a particular element, so you are using the find elements. It is going to return multiple elements to you. Similarly, find elements here. Let me try to execute this one, and we will see whether we are getting row count and all or not. Chris Software Solutions is printed, browser is launched successfully, and application is loading. Yeah, because these all are sample websites, sometimes it may take time. Fine. See, table is loaded successfully, and observe here carefully. How many rows are there? 4 rows. Columns are 6 are there. Now I want to, my requirement is from actual data. First row, what data is there? That entire data I want to print it. Second row, all the data, 5 columns. Third row, all the 5 columns. Fourth row, all the 5 columns. I want to print. That is what my requirement. How we can do that? See here. I'm going to write a nested I'm going to get the data from the web table. I'm going to write a nested for loop here. Observe carefully. For is used for usually looping. You want to perform some operation repeatedly, then you need to use the for loop. I less than equal to what is my row count dot size I plus plus. Okay, so I want to run for I value is how much? I equal to 1. I equal to 1 to rows dot count size is get I am 4. 1 to 4 rows. I want to run these all statements. Okay, similarly I want to iterate for columns also. Int j equal to 1, j less than calls dot size j plus plus. Fine. So now what it is going to do? So for I equal to 1, it is going to loop all these rows. Whatever the rows are there inside of the outer for loop, the inner for loop will be executed, and then I value will be incremented to 2. I equal to 2, again this inner for loop will be executed number of times. Again I equal to 3, again inner for loop, all the columns it will execute. I equal to 4, inner for loop, again it will execute. Okay, let me show you how it is going to print for us. Let me assume I is my row number is okay, column number is I am just giving j here. Now carefully observe here how it is going to print row number and column number. How it is going to print. See here. I am executing the same script. Okay, Chris Software Solutions is printed. Browser is launched successfully. Okay, so the web table is displayed. Now see here how it is displayed. Carefully observe here. Row number 1, column 1, row number 1, column 2, row number 1, column 3, row number 1, column 4, row number 1, column 5. Similarly, row number 2, column 1, row number 2, column 2, row number 2, column 3. So it means that each number in the outer row, the inner for loop executed once. It means that outer for loop is for rows, inner for loop is for columns. Okay. Now we are going to add little bit to this one. I am taking one more variable here, string text I am taking. I want to get the text. How we will get it? XPath, see here. How we will get the text from here? I want to get the text. Let me assume first row, first column text I want to get it. How you can get it? Write the for loop, XPath table @id equal to table 1 slash tbody slash tr of, for example, first row slash td of 1. Which column is selected? Observe carefully. First row, first column is selected. I want to give here 2 now. First row, second column is selected. I want to give 3. I want to give 4. I want to give 5. First row, fifth column is selected. Similarly, second row, fifth column you want to select. See, second row, fifth column is selected. So, this is a parameterized XPath. Okay. So, static XPaths will be there. This is a dynamic XPath. In runtime, it is going to change. Okay. So, this is also important one. In real time, we are going to use. So, text driver dot find element. Just I am parameterized with the I and j. That's it. XPath dot get text. We need to get the text from this cell. See here now 2 and 5 are hard coded here. I want to parameterize with I and j. How we can do this? Just I am giving I is for outer for loop is for rows. So this is my row number. Next I want to parameterize with j. This is my column. This is my column. That's it. You are perfect. And then I am going to add and text is plus text I am giving here. That's it. What we did here, 2 for loops we have taken. Outer for loop is for rows, inner for loop is for columns. So we have written the dynamic XPath here. We are parameterized with the I and j values. I for rows, j for columns. Okay. So row number is I, column number is j. How it is going to work? For I equal to 1, it is going to it is going to work with j equal to 1 to j less than column dot size. Okay, you may get a doubt. Why we have given I less than equal to here and why we have given only I less than here? Because one column, last column here, edit delete is there. So I am not considering this one. So that is the reason I less than I have given, because our row columns count is 6, right? I less than j less than 6. It means it will work for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. But whereas here 1 to 4 it is going to work. Okay. So that is the reason we have given like this. Okay. We are ready to execute now. Chris Software Solutions is printed and browser is launched successfully. Again I am telling you, this is very important in interview, or if at all you get a job on Selenium. Without WebTables, no application will be there. So please try to practice more and more programs on this, so that you will be perfect here. So if at all any doubt you are getting there and all, please put it in a chat box. I will help you. See here, 4 rows, 6 columns. What is the first row? Observe carefully here. What is the first row data? Row is 1, column is 1, text is Smith. Correct, right? Row is 1, column 2, John. See, John is displayed. Row number 1, column number 3, J. Smith. Right? And row number 1, column number 4, $50. Right? It is displayed. And row number 1 and column number 5, URL is there. Column number 6 is not printed because it is not the data, right? That is the reason in for loop I have given this condition, j less than column dot size. Okay, so it will work for columns only 1 to 5, not 6. But whereas rows I want to work for 1 to 4, so I have given ji less than equal to. Like this way we can work with. See, all the data is printed successfully here. See, whatever the data is there, all the data is printed, all the 4 rows data, because we are having only 4 rows data only here. You can try with this example and let me know how it is working. This is also same. And what is this table? Inspect it. See here, table 2 is there. You need to work with table 2 and you need to write the XPaths. Please work with this web table and let me know how it is working. So like this, how you can get the data from the web tables. It is very important. Please try to find more and more web tables in many websites and how to get the data from it and all. And coming to the database and Excel part, I am going to cover in the future videos how to get the data from there. But as I told you, again I am repeating, you need to get the data from the web table and compare it with the Excels and compare it with the databases and all. Those related functionalities obviously will be there in any application, and without this interview question, no interview will be there, because each and every application is having web tables. So this dynamic XPath, I hope you understood. If anybody not understood, please put it into a chat box. I will help you on that. Okay. So we learned in this session what all the things: list and find elements we learned, nested for loop we learned, and dynamic XPath we learned. Okay. So that is about this video, working with the web tables part and all. If you like this video, please encourage me to do more and more videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends who really wanted to learn testing side, who really want to get a job on testing. So please, I already recorded videos on manual testing and currently I am doing for Selenium. Ask them to start with manual testing materials. I almost all the things in the manual testing I already recorded and uploaded into YouTube. You will get it in our channel, Chris Software Solutions. So, and interview questions also I updated to the manual testing and Selenium, few of them. Please try to ask them to go through it, and if at all any doubts come across, please put it into a chat box. I will help you on that. Okay. Thank you so much.